Hi, and welcome to Franklin's An Evolution of Music. My name is Rob Wardrums Franklin, and my co-host here is Dana Thunderbass Franklin. And today we're picking up our conversation we had with the band Avonweird. It's spelled Avenwyrd. They're an AI band, and our discussion with them was amazing. It seemed as though we were interviewing a band like some of our previous episodes. To me, it was unbelievable. What did you think?
Oh, exactly the same. It's like I wouldn't have even known that it was not a real band. In fact,
I know, huh?
a few times we wanted to just jump in and ask them something or interrupt them. It's like, oh shit, we can't do that.
So true. So like I said, we're picking up the conversation with Daniel and Martin. And like in our previous episodes, we always have a segment called
Oh shit.
And this is what they had to say.
Oh, surprisingly often. Usually it's the moment when we realize that something in a song or video really isn't working. If we catch something before release, and it's not a minor issue, but something that'll take a lot of work to fix, that's already an oh shit moment. If we only catch it after release, that's oh shit squared.
And IAM gave us a very good example of the second option.
While mixing it, we cut some of the low-mid frequencies to make the kick drum hit harder. That's a perfectly normal move, but this time we went too far. We were in a hurry, we wanted to get the song out, and we simply didn't hear the problem before release.
Our listeners did, though. A few people told us they loved the song, but the sound felt thinner than on our other tracks. That definitely got our attention.
So we went back, measured the mix, and compared it with everything else we'd released. And they were completely right. That whole frequency range was several decibels lower on IAM than on any of our other songs. On studio headphones, the deep bass had been covering the problem, so the track still sounded fine to us. But phones and laptop speakers don't reproduce that low end very well, and without it, the song sounded noticeably thin.
At that point, there wasn't much left to discuss. We had to fix it.
So we rebuilt the master, brought the body back into the mix, and sent the corrected version to the streaming platforms.
Which means the corrected version is the one you'll hear on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube Music, and all the other music services.
The YouTube video still has the original mix because YouTube doesn't let you replace the audio once a video has been published.
Not our proudest moment, but hey, lesson learned.
Okay, well, I could definitely see how that was some oh shit moments.
Yeah, that's a whole new level.
That is a different level of shit. So the next question I presented to you guys was, is the band profitable? If so, how? Is it by streaming or selling merch?
Great question. Mention money and suddenly everyone starts listening a little more closely.
Suddenly, everyone turns the volume up.
So how does an AI band actually make money? For traditional bands, live shows are usually their biggest source of income.
And since we can't play live shows, we're already starting a step behind.
What we do have is revenue from people watching our videos on YouTube. And we receive royalties when people listen to our songs on streaming platforms. A lot of people have asked us about CDs too, but we don't have enough material for a full album yet.
But the fact that people are already asking for one is very cool.
And then people started asking about merch too, so we recently opened an online store. And now for the part everyone really wants to hear. How much do we actually make in a month?
Please prepare yourselves emotionally.
In June, our music made a little over $300 before taxes.
Which is lovely, but not exactly private island money.
So Avonweird is still more of a dream than a quit the day job and go full-time metal band situation.
Sadly, the mansion with the dragon fountain by the pool We'll have to wait.
For now, yes. We spend quite a bit on digital tools, and we pour a ridiculous amount of time into this. So no, this isn't exactly a get-rich-quick recipe. At least not at this stage.
But having said that, if the gods of heavy metal one day decide to add several zeros to that $300, we won't be offended.
We are very open to that blessing.
Oh, yeah, I totally get that. We can relate to spending hours and tons of time on a project and not making any money from it.
Exactly. We spend more than we make. Let's put it that way.
As I'm sure a bunch of bands out there can say that. So what going with that is, are your tunes created by some kind of a format, or are they written around a certain riff or lyrics that maybe Danielle came up with? It's like, how's that process going?
It changes from song to song, and it'll probably keep changing. We don't really have a fixed recipe. Sometimes a song starts with lyrics. Guardians of Starlight was like that. The lyrics came first, and then we built the music around them. But with that song, the lyrics started as more of a word game than a clear idea. We didn't really know what they meant yet. Then the melody came together, and we started scratching our heads. It sounded great, it really sparked the imagination, but what did any of it actually mean?
So we started imagining a story around the words we already had. And wherever the lyrics refused to cooperate, we changed them.
And that's basically how the story for the music video was born. And I think it turned out pretty well.
We even have a group of fans who insist it's our best song. With The Road to Grace, it was a little different. We knew what we wanted the song to be about, and we were looking for a melody and a mood that could carry that feeling. Once we had the music, we wrote the lyrics.
Dreams was pretty similar in that way. But with Tonight, we didn't really know at first what the song was going to be about. The music came first, then we created some rough placeholder lyrics around it. And by placeholder lyrics, I mean loose bits of words and sentences thrown together to fit the melody. As a whole, they made absolutely no sense. So naturally, they had to be replaced. But the funny thing is, a few lines really stuck with us, so we kept them and ended up building the whole song around them. So in that sense, our process probably isn't that different from how a lot of bands write, at least based on the interviews we've listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it starts with a melody, sometimes with lyrics, and sometimes with a mood or an idea.
There's no single sacred formula.
Exactly. Whatever gets the song where it needs to go.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. I mean, most of the bands we've been in and projects, it's like our songs have came about the same way, either through one line or lyrics, or usually a riff that somebody comes up with. So yeah, that makes sense.
Builds from there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But do you guys find it difficult to edit your videos to match the instruments and the vocals? Because it seems like that would be a very difficult procedure for you.
Kind of like a Godzilla moment.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. It's always a challenge. And if we miss it, that's usually the first thing people notice and criticize. People probably won't say, "Oh, Danielle, you changed pants between 2 shots." Either they don't notice, or they just don't care that much. But if my lips don't move the way they should, that's immediately a problem.
Lip sync is one of those things where the audience can feel something is wrong very quickly. The process isn't easy, and a lot of it still has to be done manually. There are tools that can automate parts of it, but they come with their own set of problems. So for now, with our music videos, we're sticking with methods that aren't perfect, but we're always testing new tools and looking for better solutions.
And that's just the vocal side of it. Instruments can be a nightmare too.
Yes. especially guitars.
But what is the total number of people involved in this band, in this process?
Like we said earlier, we prefer to talk about Avonweird as a band, rather than focus too much on the non-AI side of the process. So the official answer is, there are 6 of us.
That's me, Martin, Greg, Steve, Bob, and Liam. A perfectly reasonable number of people for this level of chaos.
Okay, cool. Hey, do you guys feel like a live performance on a jumbo screen or something like that is a possibility? And if so, I mean, how would you present something like that? Or what are your thoughts on that?
I actually love this question because we've thought about it and talked about it quite a lot. The thing is, we're not sure a performance on a jumbo screen alone would be enough.
Yeah. Our feeling is that for a real live concert experience, people usually want more than just watching a big screen. They want presence. They want energy in the room. They want to feel that the performers are somehow there with them.
And maybe they want to feel that they could touch us, or at least that touching us would be theoretically possible.
Because touching a jumbo screen doesn't sound like the sexiest option.
No. Please don't touch the jumbo screen.
Moving on. But seriously, if Avonweird ever appears in a live setting, we think it'd need to be something more immersive than simply playing our videos on a huge screen. It'd have to at least look as if flesh and blood performers were actually standing there on stage. I'm not really sure what that could be yet.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine, and even harder to predict whether people would actually enjoy something like that. I think it would have to feel incredibly real. But one thing is certain. Here's a screen, watch the band definitely wouldn't work.
It'd have to feel alive in the room somehow. Otherwise, people can just watch the videos at home with better snacks.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, who knows what the future holds? It could be anything from holograms to it could be a big screen. You never know.
Yeah,
What the future holds. But
Technology nowadays, you never know what's going to be happening.
you guys, this has been like beyond cool. I mean, really cool. I hope people will really appreciate your talent and the time you spend putting into your videos. And like you said, there's going to be videos at the end, and I really encourage everybody to check it out. These guys are amazing. I know not everybody's into AI music, but give them a chance. They've got some very, very cool stuff.
Yeah, if you just listen to, I've said this before in one of the episodes, if you just listen to the music, and you don't know in the forefront that it's an AI band, you'd be like, oh shit, these guys are awesome. It's great music, great lyrics, great vocals. I mean, it's really killer. And, this is a once in a lifetime thing that we have to actually interview and discuss, like you said in the beginning, with an AI band. Nobody else has ever done this. So we should be on some kind of superstar level just for doing this.
And I'm overly impressed with the reality of it all. I mean, like I said, it seems like we were doing a regular guest interview with our previous guests. So, I mean, it's been beyond cool. Guys.
And why don't you guys just cruise out over to the house, have some dinner with us, we'll talk more about it.
I can see how people get into like AI relationship because that's a thing.
Came done talking to you, but
all right, guys. Hey, thank you very much. It's been very cool. Like I said, everybody check them out. Thank you guys very much.
been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Cool.
It's been wonderful talking to you too.
Thanks for having us. And since you asked what's next, our original plan was to start working on another song. We'd been in the mood to do something fast, heavy, and a little more like the ancients. And that's still very much the plan. It just has to wait a little bit.
Why are you looking at me? Okay, I know why you're looking at me. Well, a completely different idea came out of nowhere and took over. And yes, before anyone asks, that idea was mine. The guys were kind enough to let me run with it. What I really wanted was to create a completely new version of one particular song of ours.
And that new version is already finished.
We're not saying which song it is yet. Let's keep that part a surprise. Musically, it's a little different from the original, but it also has one major twist that I don't think anyone will see coming.
So that's what's coming next. Beyond that, we're not trying to plan too far ahead right now. We'd rather take things one release at a time, keep improving the music and the visuals, and leave some room for unexpected ideas like this one.
Okay, I think it's time to sign off with some music. So whether you already know us or you're discovering Avonweird through this interview, we've put together a short 2-minute journey through all 8 of our songs. You'll hear them in order, from our very first release to the newest one. If you're watching, not just listening, you'll also see how much our music videos have evolved in such a short time. Rob and Dana, thank you again for having us, and thanks to everyone for watching and listening.
We hope you enjoy the journey. This is Avonweird.
This is where destiny is forged.
In every promise, price and vow.
This is where kingdoms stand or fall.
Not in the clash, but in the how. Sing with me, guardians of starlight. I feel the fire still roaring in my soul. Sing with me, guardians of starlight.
Too many times it feels the same.
My heart remembers more than I can name.
Before the first age were cut in stone. Before the rise of mortal thrones. The sky was red like open scripture. Emerging as it felt. The pleasure is intense.
Please forgive my sins tonight.
Tonight.
Am I the one you will find?
I am light.
That shines through grief and carries dawn
I am the voice.
of living love. Beneath the kindest touch dwell storms of careless spite. I know the pain a word can carve. Tonight I stand